I needed 1 year and 12 days to realize, to reach the point, the tipping point. Now that I realized how to actually learn English the good way, not only efficiently, but with pleasurable. Now it's a very different scenario. Wow. I was doing English because I wanted to improve. I wanted to improve my prosody, my speaking skills, my writing skills. Also, that's why I'm doing this channel, so I could speak almost every day. Now it's a different picture. And that's because I ended up here once again, on antimoon. I was familiar with that, nothing new. I knew the existence since, I don't know, 10 years ago. And then I read again, and oh man, the user is, the author here is a user of Supermemo. So I experience exactly what I wanted to do. Is just thanks to Thomas Sinalski. Excuse me for not pronouncing the name correctly. It's just for his writings. I get inspired once again. Most of what he tells and explains, I was familiar with already. But I realized, he actually used the same dictionary as I did in 2013. He did it the same, but way before me. Then I realized, let me use incremental reading for this as well, right? And I just realized that's just the last drop I needed. I don't know, perhaps I will end up doing the same in the future without the input from Thomas. I don't know. Let me try, right? Because I was already trying incremental reading. I actually did a video about incremental reading some weeks ago. Not when I release it, when I record it, because there's always a delay. So it was quite recent. So I had like the seed in my mind. And man, all the words that I can share with you will fall short. You will have to experience this. It changes the story. It doesn't have... I could just tell you incremental. Those are just words. This falls very short. It's the experience when you see what I'm doing. It just processes a web page incrementally. That is one page about interdictionary entry. And I'm making example sentences and so on. And this is very, very manual. Yes, but my brain is doing the job. If I do and process that with a script, yes, I will have all the cards I want in the way I want, and my pronunciation with the audio, the example sentences and so on, but everything I haven't processed that. So doing this incrementally, now I understand the approach of Wozniak to do most of everything is processed incrementally. It's how in the heck I will do that thousands of times, because there are thousands of words or expressions. That's the key. I needed 1 year and 12 days. Having the tool and not really getting it. I had the tool. I was given the information, hey, you can do that. Hey, you will shoot using it that way. Even that, I needed longer than a year to fully understand it. Now I get it. That's a huge superpower. The pleasure is so extreme that I have overcome one of the most dark aspects in my life. That's actually one of the videos that I did that is one of the most at the beginning about my schooling experience. I think it was October last year. I said that with English that I have so many toxic memories. And that video wasn't edited, so that was my actual proficiency and speaking rate back then. Just October last year. It's not been a year since that video. How much did I change, my perception shift? So I cannot describe that. If I look now, if I could watch my video, who the heck is this guy? I don't recognize myself. How he can be so clueless? I was already a Supermemo user. I was using the English collection already. I had the tool. I had the knowledge that, let's say, the instructions. But I had the wrong mindset. I was still with one huge bad habit. What I needed to realize, to trigger this in myself, is just one little last hint, which was end up being very personal, because I could relate a lot from this guy. It's using the same software, it's using the same thing, the same language, and the same resources, and more or less the same approach, very similar to what I did. So I could do the same. Then I ask, what the heck? What's the difference? Incremental learning, context, relations, semantic learning, which ends up everything merges, converges to pleasurable. The name of the channel, by the way, pleasurable learning. Now, finally, on my 30s, finally I succeeded on having pleasurable learning with English language. Wow. I'm thankful for Thomas. That's actually what I want to do, the purpose of those videos and this video itself. Because this channel is for Supermemo, but actually that's the secondary channel. I have one more, but it's inactive because I don't have much time. And I tried just for Supermemo because I was just learning myself. Let's learn in public, right? If I was an expert already, I will start with the other channel. That's actually my purpose. This doesn't need to be shared. This needs to be known, acquired. How many people have bad habits as quite from a school? How many people have bad memories with English? Now, I will reduce it just in English for the sake of this video. How many people can I help? Not just to don't waste their time studying inefficiently in the school setting or in the private academia, is how they can learn with pleasure. Even if they are already well schooled, you have been hurt, but you can overcome that. I did. And I did 12 years in free learning. It took me a while, but I succeeded. That's the path, that's the way, that's an experience you have to do yourself. It's a very inner experience, I know, interpersonal. That's actually what happened. I had the tool, I had the solution written, I had the instructions, yet I didn't get it. I can tell you now, based on my experience, what happened to me. You could believe me or not, or this guy is just out of his mind now, or what the frick. But you will have to do it yourself to really get it. That's actually what I want to do, the same as Thomas. Start also writing, not just doing videos, writing. And I will improve my writing as well, because I need to get good at it. But not only that, I think now I'm very sure that I will get pleasure with writing as well. Because writing was extremely painful in English, because all it was about in academia. You have to write certain way, I don't like this, write this way. It's very strict, and oh man, it's the opposite of pleasure, right? I'm very repetitive and restrictive, and I could even phrase it as coerced. That will be the next milestone, I think. So, going back to the English topic, let me go back. Okay, so, go back to the topic. I will love to do that for a living as well. If I could help people, not only, hey, did you know that you had bad school habits that you didn't realize? Oh, did you know you can get rid of them? Oh, did you know that you have some tools? Oh, this one Supermemo is not free, but it's $66. It's a very low investment, because I invested thousands of euros in the university, in college. Oh, did you know there's such a thing that it's for learning? Oh, self-directed, self-paced learning. Oh, did you know I can help you to have a fast track of this, so you don't need to realize this on your 30s as I am doing now. That's what I want to do. Oh man, Oh, man. If you have watched this video until here, and you disagree, you think that English is still not pleasurable if you're using speed repetition software, doesn't need to be Supermemo, please contact me.